You'll see today Sarah Franklin, Morgan Hentz, and Ronnie Jones-Perry for the United States. Of course, Franklin, for those watching on the Big Ten Network, a very familiar face. And then first serve back to Coutinho. Let her stretch it out. She had an exciting spring in the gym, USA gym. I'm excited to see her.
Yeah, and I think it's nice that she's getting her start here in the final day where there's not really that much pressure. So I'm excited to see what she can do in terms of just going out there and playing.
Outside. There's one of the problems when you face China. Zhang Yushen, her first VNL, she's been a huge hitter.
Yeah, expect that ball to go back to her over and over again. She's got beautiful angles, great court vision. That one in particular goes straight past that huge block.
Franklin. Nice bring back by USA to Ronnie Jones-Perry.
There's Avery Skinner and Dana Retke watching on. Skinner was huge last night, but Perry in this swing, basically OT on the block.
They have played a lot of volleyball for USA. Rest well deserved today. Out of the middle, it's up. Morgan Hentz gets some of it, but unable to be recovered.
Again, keep your eyes on the different zones of the net that China's running their offense from. They will pop up from literally anywhere. You think it's just middle and right side, left side. They are inventing other areas.
Gong Cheng Yu, Asia O'Neal first touch, outside again to Ronnie Jones-Perry. Good pickup, triple block. A very big triple block. Fairbanks chases it down. From the back court, meet Wang Yuan.
Quicker than anything. They pop that defense up, and it's just right over the head of the shoulder, the middle, who's not even jumping, even against 3 blockers. Wu has success.
Sarah Franklin's going to see a lot of serves tonight. Misconnection, rare, but USA will take the opportunity.
Chen Hoyu, who's one of our players to watch, getting up early, but again, she's still young at 19, so plenty of time for that connection to grow.
Jones-Perry, one of the more powerful servers on USA's side. See what I mean? Brought back in. Platform. Crossing patterns as USA gets used to these new seams between them. Hands underneath it. Franklin watching it come over her shoulder. Knows she's got a block in front of her. They decide to stay down, and she makes it work.
Yeah, I don't mind that decision by the Chinese block. The ball is a little bit off the net there after a great defense from Hentz. It's out of system play. She's looking over her shoulder. Definitely not the time you want to go put some hands up to be a target.
RJP again. Ace serve, the first of the night for Ronnie Jones-Perry.
She packs so much punch when she contacts the ball. That combined with a little bit of side spin, even if the passer is in a good position, hard to control.
Serve's getting harder. Franklin taking advantage of the overpass.
Great heads-up play by Franklin. It's so quick. Even coming back on the overpass, it's coming over quickly. So Franklin had to be really disciplined to get her feet there in time.
That's enough. China takes their first time out.
不要不准备啊，对啊，有连续反击的快点上，肯定要有啊。关注，上面关注。
Win prediction, just about right. We're gonna braid all night, I can feel it.
How is it already flip-flopped twice?
Exactly, and it's only 6-3.
Wild.
Fickle people. Ronnie Jones-Perry continuing her serve. Break did just enough.
Yeah, it's a coach's point after the timeout. You've always just got to put your serve in, but that's exactly why they take that timeout, especially when someone like Jones-Perry is up at the line. You want to make her think twice.
Perfect pass by Hentz. There she goes. I think Katina's just gonna get started.
That is a huge swing from Coutinho, and especially because the blockers have already made a step outside, paying attention to other attackers. She has a wide open channel.
Clamped by Franklin.
Beautiful early block from Franklin. She's getting there low and tight, not being sold any other direction. She is laser focused on her hitter on the other side.
Substitution as Wan Zue comes in, 20-year-old middle blocker out of Jiangsu. O'Neal's serve, flat, well passed. And that ball out. That was a very weak call for a touch from the Chinese players.
Yeah, more hopeful than anything else.
Yeah, exactly, a wish. Asia O'Neal, national champion from the University of Texas. Played in last year's VNL as well. Wu Mengjae.
That's a lot better from Wu. I think she learned her lesson there. Got an opening really early. She stepped out of the way, lets the libero take all that space so she can open up and take a full approach.
Yeah, she had 32 points versus Bulgaria, 25 versus the Dominican Republic. She can be a point of focus. Outside, power tip. Jones-Perry underneath it. Fairbanks gets under it. And Franklin puts it down.
And that was one of my points in the intro, knowing when to rip it and when to just put it in play. That's a perfect example. Franklin takes a little bit of speed off it. She's not going to swing that ball out of bounds, just in front of the defender.
Trying to come off of Franklin. She says, not my first day. China will take their second and final timeout.
Franklin's having a night already. Great read.
但是现在一定要喊一下啊！对方可能很冲，我们可能有点软，这是整个防线的连续球，不要扔球，该稳当然稳一点，要看稍微不管是在后对，然后大家悠以后，大家球抛稳，发球要攻一攻，现在到位太高了，来讲一下。
Key, what is giving China such problems right now?
Well, the serve is aggressive. Like we mentioned that it had to be from USA's side. Because China runs such a fast offense, USA is making it their priority to get that setter off the net so she can't run with such speed to the pins.
Fairbanks serve. Error opens the door for China. For Fairbanks, I mean, what a crazy year it's been. A beautiful run by Pittsburgh, then was not playing pro. Someone got injured in League One volleyball. They called her in. And all of a sudden, she's setting for the #1 team in the league all season. Ronnie Jones-Perry, Coutinho gets around it, makes Gong Shengyu handle the first ball. The very worst feeling Talk to me about it, Key.
Yeah, the dribbler down the front. I mean, whenever you go up to block, your first priority is to keep those arms on the other side and make sure the ball doesn't pass over. But if it does, you turn around, and if your teammates are looking at you, you got to look up, because that's where the ball is going to be. It's probably about to land on your face.
That's the worst. Outside again. Sarah Franklin looking sharp.
Yeah, Franklin's playing super relaxed already. Gets that ball with a bit of speed, can cut it in the direction she wants just to beat the block to the inside.
Mungjae down the line, getting the touch.
That's a great adjustment by Wu. She had some trouble finding that line earlier. Now she's really dialed it in.
Short serve, Ronnie Jones-Perry, no problem. Oh, rejected, Butler.
Butler's another one of the players on the side of USA that can add a little bit of experience, and that's the kind of block you get when you've been playing in the likes of Brazil, Italy, Indonesia, Japan. It's coming at her fast.
Wang Chengyu, little ball. She'll lure you in and then smack it.
Yeah, China do probably better than anyone disguising those off-speed shots and tips and rolls and putting it on the middle who's just served. Great spot.
Wang Yuan serve. Good dig. Fairbanks to Franklin. Able to be controlled. Beautiful dig by Fairbanks. And turned out, how about Rachel Fairbanks with a body dig?
Yeah, defense has to be important for the USA, because you got to just sit in it, expect this ball to come back, so you've got to also be really gritty in defense. That's what USA will be wanting.
Getting that touch. Wang Yuan serving again. Quicker to the pin that time to Ronnie Jones-Perry.
USA are a team that want to add speed when they're in a good situation. That ball perfectly in Fairbanks' hands. That's the time when she can really test her hitters with speed.
Back, Gong Shengyu gets a nice touch on the ball. If she gets going, she's hard to stop. She gets the momentum going.
Yeah, she loves that inside swing as well. The blockers are just floating a little bit past her.
Jones-Perry. Notice she's taking the pass in front of Sarah Franklin. Why is that? I guess save some of the pressure off of her.
I was going to say, I'm not sure, because she's a front court attacker at the time, so maybe just trying to help out her teammate. Typically, you'd want it the other way around.
Expect a lot of different offense from China.
Again with the tips, again finding the floor, and it's, again, we're in the middle with serving.
Hence, Nick dimes it. Too much power.
China on a comeback. We mentioned it in the intro. You cannot relax against this team, even if it seems like you've got a bit of a cushion against them. They are so disciplined in running a coherent offense when they get that first contact, especially.
Yeah, no such thing as a comfortable cushion, right, against this team?
Yeah, it's prickly at best.
stepping on the back court, the 3-meter line, was Katina, and USA is going to take a timeout now and slow China's roll.
Nice play. I like that play. Okay, we can keep going to that. Nice job passing. Okay, we're getting the ball up and down. All right. Let's watch for her to take a little bit off, but she's still got a little bit of punk and a little bit of spin on it. All right. Hey, mid-tour round too. Looks like we're kind of getting into hesitation. That's what we're doing. Be on it. Go. Here we go. Go set up.
USA led by 5. That's now cut to just 1. You know, for Sarah Franklin, it's going to be really interesting because she's been on all 3 stops for this Volleyball Nations tour so far. She was in Rio, she was in Serbia, and here, but this is only her 2nd match playing it this week. She's been watching a lot here, and it's going to be really interesting to see how much China tries to stress her.
Well, they didn't go for there, but I think you're exactly right. When you see fresh legs on the court, and China's a team that have kind of kept their base of starters pretty much throughout this week. When you see someone come in that's fresh, you absolutely want to test them.
And Franklin finished her first pro season in the U.S. at League One Volleyball, but she'll be going to Scandicci next year in Italy, one of the best clubs in the Italian league, alongside Avery Skinner. That's a pretty darn good teammate to have.
Yeah, and that's a great team to go to as well. Your kind of first year outside of the USA. She's going to learn a lot in her first year.
And USA sticking with the plan. They want Dong Cheng Yu to handle that first ball. Morgan had somehow. It's tied up. Lead erased.
Here's China doing what they do best, frustrating teams by just defending over and over, whether it's front court or back court. This time there's a slight little slip of space between the block, but really hard to find for Coutinho.
Franklin, smooth.
That's a great matchup for Franklin as well. She's in front of the setter, who's 182, and she's one of the taller players out there at 6'4", so absolutely keep feeding her, give her that width so she can go down that line every time.
Fairbanks creates the overpass. Brown Butler has her back.
You have to. When you've got a strong server behind you as the middle or any of the 3 players up front, you're watching their eyes as that ball comes back towards them. Good foot movement and good reaction.
Yeah, unable to, as a backcourt setter, to grab the ball on the other side of the net. Bring it back.
Yeah, we'll get a better look at it here. The setter trying to bring it back in, but once it's already crossed the plane, you cannot go up and get it.
Just losing awareness and space on the court. I feel like we should say it now before the question comes up. Breon Butler's hair with her own zip code, I understand, but hair in the net does not count, and that happens with her sometimes. Oh, Coutinho making her mark with Butler.
Huge block for Coutinho. Watch the movement and diving back in. That ball's fast, as China like to do, but the difficulty is sometimes it dies a little low, and then the advantage is to the blockers if they're in the right spot.
Coutinho, another Big Ten alum. She played collegiately at Purdue University. And an ace serve delivered by Fairbanks.
Fairbanks. She has been holding it down from the backcourt. A couple of overpasses. Now she's just absolutely laser focused on the line and getting Gong to lie down for it.
Oh, looks like USA wants to be cheerleaders today.
Don't we all in our heart of hearts?
No.
No? You didn't want to be a cheerleader growing? Just me and Molly McCage, I guess.
Yeah, no, we're bottom of the pyramid size. The challenge was China saying, hey, there's a foot fault. The truth is China's out of timeouts.
Yeah.
And you don't get to take those challenges from one moment to the next. So just an opportunity to get a few words with your team and try to interrupt Fairbanks' flow.
And that's worked a couple times, right? After those timeouts, some errors from the serves.
Remember, these teams were tied up at 16. Jae able to turn it around, but that was a big 6-point run.
And that's what we talk about when we say China's bringing speed at you from every area of the net. Look how far inside she's swinging. That's the outside hitter. That's not the middle. She's basically in the center of the court, though.
To the middle. Quick snap by Butler.
I love the offense Fairbanks is running right now. She's been going outside, pin, backcourt, and now she gets back to Butler. She finds her a one-on-one perfection.
Ball long. I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask you about Fairbanks. I mean, these are all new combinations for the U.S. She's got everybody involved early.
Yeah, Fairbanks is no stranger to setting. I mean, she was one of the best setters in the NCAA in the 2024. She's got those skills in her pocket. It's just a matter of extrapolating that to this next level.
Beautiful delivery to Coutinho. Down the line. It's set point USA.
Another perfect example, way off the net, flinging that ball back, and it is right in the wheelhouse with width.
Butler's serve. Trying to find the middle, and China looking out of sorts. USA takes set number 1 handily. Crank the tank, and frankly, she loves it. Heavy arm. Back. Beautiful by Hentz, has plenty of height. I love what Fairbanks is doing, hard to read. Gongsheng Yu, it's brought down.
There's another thing China can do really well is kind of adjust their speed mid-air. Watch how Gong kind of just hangs up, and the blockers are almost on the way down by the time they're touching the ball. So she's able to get that through the block because of that mismatch in timing.
16-year-old setter Zhuang Xushuan serving. Ronnie Jones-Perry getting a lot of serves. Coutinho converting on most of her sets.
Yeah, Coutinho's been a bright spot already just in one set.
Butler serving, Asia O'Neal up front. Fairbanks to Ronnie Jones-Perry, clips the antenna.
And that's a tough swing. Jones-Perry kind of falling sideways a little bit. That ball not exactly where she might have been expecting it. She's also waiting on it to try and make sure she goes down line, but over-rotating just slightly.
Jae. There's a combination. Sarah Franklin on the 3-meter line as she jumped up to let that bomb fly. What a blast.
That was a huge attack. I think she just clipped the line as she's coming through, but still a good look for USA to be running these kind of combination plays.
Going at Asia O'Neal that time, second effort.
No. And then, let's go into the opposite. Let's go something else.
There's the question, whether or not O'Neal reached over to grab the ball, but I think it was going on her side.
Tino serve down the line. Everybody jumped with the setter. That wasn't the problem.
Wow, that is a huge swing. Watch this save here by the 16-year-old. There are 4 hands in front of her, and yet somehow she delivers it absolute perfection to her middle.
Not only was the setter 16, but the attacker was 17, Wang O Chen. O'Neal loves a good slide.
Yeah, Fairbanks is kind of pulling her middles from front to back, opening up all areas of the net. She's really spreading that offense so that when that pipe comes back, it'll be useful.
Heavy serve, well passed, out to the pin. Sarah Franklin. Another big dig. Asia O'Neal takes her time to pass this first ball. Misconnection. Slowing it down. Fairbanks options quick to Franklin. Works well.
Franklin's been going power, power, power all night long. So to switch it up with a little tickle down the line is absolutely perfect.
What a pass off of that heavy serve. Block unable to be closed out.
Yeah, the block's in a good spot, but just letting it slip through.
Franklin steps in to pass that first ball. You got Morgan Hens next to you, but okay.
And maybe she feels a little more comfortable when she gets that first contact, able to transition that into her offense. And some outside hitters just like that. They prefer it.
Well, she received every serve, it seemed like, during her professional season in League One.
She's ready for it.
Yeah. Continue over the top. Smart to make that play when Morgan Hens is not on the floor.
Yeah, anytime you see the middle go back to serve, you can almost guarantee the ball is going to be coming back in her direction in some shape or form, and especially if it's a short dribbler like that one.
Hens first contact. Nife Fan brings it back in. I get the idea. Execution fell short. Doors closed just in time.
Franklin's been great on the block tonight, just making good decisions about where to be. And even though this ball's coming so fast, all she has to do is put her hands low and tight. She's strong in her shoulders. She's not reaching left or right or being caught trying to go up, just taking away her space, letting defense work behind.
Fairbanks serve down the line, so tight. Underneath it is Hens. Franklin calls it off. Here comes Coutinho. Yes. USA out of system perfection.
Hensville. Morgan Hens just throwing her body in harm's way to try and keep the ball alive. She is one of the best in this game at doing that, just making sure the ball stays alive, giving her team other opportunities.
Dropping it short in front of Nife Fan for another ace.
Serving has been the specialty for the USA tonight.
一个是大家加保护，不管什么都要保护，别人场上让想要，是不是？你第二个是现在打快，这样花实力肯定不行，没关系没关系。
你接完了，2个人都准备后攻，让他攻吧，啊，连续准备不好，不让他加入，加油加油加油加油！
Win prediction, USA standing at 70%, having won the first set. It'll be a free ball, Coutinho underneath it. Messi, that's a heavy block, able to be avoided. Umongjae. Fairbanks, I love the pace out to Franklin. Nipe fan brings it back. Hit the antenna. That's a USA point.
USA are playing the aggressor right now in all areas, starting with that contact at the serve, but they're just taking big swings, and then their block is backing it up. So this is a very good-looking USA team.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised at how well the flow is for a brand new court combination. Shows you how hard they've been working in the USA gym for the last couple of months.
Yeah, and it's always the teams. I mean, everyone's working hard, obviously. It's at this international level, but to prove what you can do once the lights are on and things start flowing, especially because this team didn't have a whole lot of success in the first couple of weeks of VNL, so they're really starting to look comfortable out there.
They are. Yin So Laun comes in now, number 5 as a setter. 20 years old. Seems ancient compared to their 16-year-old setter. Beautiful back set, so smooth through the block. It's the defense of USA that is impressed, but the block of China controlling.
That was an important time to get a block, and especially on Franklin, who's been pretty much having her way up there on the left side of the court. Wan just shutting down that angle. Franklin finds herself a little bit tight, testing the block. It's worked so far, but not that time.
Wang O-Chen now in the front, number 16. Oh, excuse me. It's Yang Shumin, 16 years old, number 10. We're getting younger and younger as we go along. A 17-year-old, a couple of 16-year-olds. I mean, it's so impressive. This is the future of China you're looking at, 100%. And the future looks bright.
Dong has had some fantastic performances over this VNL. She's one of those clutch off the bench kind of stars. Maybe doesn't get the start every time, but is always a spark plug when she comes in.
Doesn't start, but usually finishes, right?
Yeah.
Hence first contact. Fairbanks looking strong, getting it all the way out. Here's Dong again. Ronnie Jones-Perry winding up. Oh, Hence underneath it. Fairbanks pushing people out of the way. That's a tough ball. A little bit of a picnic broke out for a second. Oh, good pickup. Okay. I see you, Coutinho, trying the back set coast to coast quick.
I love the effort there from USA. They're getting really gritty. I mean, look at this pickup. Then they're scrapping to keep everything off the floor. And again, China's gonna keep coming at you. These are the moments where USA has to keep composure.
Hence, as usual, controlling the pass. Doing a little too much. USA is going to take a timeout. Slow the roll.
Yeah, keep playing this system, playing tight. Even when we're setting the ball too tight, we're getting two opportunities back. If you can, I know that things happen real fast. Take that ball and play it back. Instead of giving it a free ball. Shove. With a flare. Nice length down 1-on-5. I'll take it though. Reset, let's go here.
6-point lead for the USA, down to just 2 now, but a lot of good information. The USA huddle sounds different today than it has the last few days, where it's a lot more detail as they're trying to figure out this group's systems.
And I love that Eric Sullivan allows a lot of voices in there. So there's a lot of input. It's not just all trickling down from the top. Everyone has a bit of a say.
A ripper, the passing. Ronnie Jones-Perry and Sarah Franklin both passing over 60%.
Yeah, absolute nails right now. That one from Hen, she's slightly off the net, but the bump set, even in those out-of-system plays, are still looking coordinated on the USA side. They don't necessarily look like they're out of sorts.
Outside, quick, that's Dong. She makes it happen, gets a touch on the block. What is it about Dong that makes her so effective? You said it earlier that she's so impactful. Why or how?
Yeah, I think she's bold when she takes swings, but also she sees the block really well. So when she'll go up and take a swing, she knows when to go short with it, when to roll it, when to just clip it off the block and not just swing blindly.
Great up by Dong there. Gong Shengyu rejected. Zhang Yu Shen, beautiful put away.
China's gonna come at you once, twice, 3 times. Relentless offense. That time sneaking it through the block, and the blockers are in a good position. That's not too fast for the USA blockers. There's just a tiny little gap between the arms.
Dong continuing to serve this one to tie it up. Trying to get O'Neal involved. She gets herself involved. Absolute clamp by Asia O'Neal.
We've been waiting for that from O'Neal. This is one of her specialties, and when she has enough time to get there, look how her inside arm barely even moves when it's contacted by the ball. That is a perfect middle block.
This crowd is living and dying with every touch of the ball. Screaming and then, oh, let it out. And all the Chinese flags come up in the air. There's more than 30 Chinese flags in here as I'm looking around. Of course, lots of USA flags as well. Fairbanks, quick outside. Doesn't have to be pretty to be a point.
Yeah, good use by Jones-Perry. That wasn't her perfect pass. Was a little bit off the net on it, but does really well to keep it in play and allow China to make some mistakes too.
Chen Ho-yu came in for middle in the front, 19 years old. Jones-Perry, big serve, out of system play, 3 blockers. Back to Coutinho, takes a brave swing and a kill for USA.
Brave is the perfect word for that. That's not an in-system play. Look how far Fairbanks is off the net, and Coutinho's right there with her. She's basically a couple of steps from her. You know, she got called on that line just a few moments ago, so I like her going back to it.
A serve down the middle, split the seam.
This is why Ronnie Jones-Perry was used as a serving substitute in the last couple of matches. This is what they were expecting out of her. Now she's a bit warm, been in the game, nails it.
一打一步，刚才那个球必须得全防，大家现在需要抓防反才行，别愣神啊，场上！来，但是场上打出明显攻，包括我们的战术攻，所有人该保护保护，别愣神，都得穿上，好吧，没有。
This
Crowd singing Deep in the Heart of Texas. RJP, again, after a timeout. It's not the same. So tough.
Yeah, that's exactly why the timeout's called, because then you go back there and think, do I rip it? Do I take a little speed off it?
Gongsheng Yu serve. Going towards Franklin, not the best pass. Ronnie Jones-Perry steps in, and Franklin makes it right with an aggressive swing. There's no timidity in this USA offense right now.
No, I love it. I love the way that they're playing. And that's not just an aggressive, I'm gonna swing blindly and see what happens. That's, I'm looking for the top of the block. I'm going hard, but I'm going smart at the same time.
Asia O'Neal serve, no Morgan Hentz on the floor right now. They do hit towards Asia, and she's a great defender. That's why I pointed out. Nifei Fan underneath. Fairbanks, beautiful tempo set out to Franklin. As pretty as a play you will see.
Middles defense, you know that one counts for two. O'Neal just popping that ball up, allowing her team to go again, and Franklin's been unstoppable all night long.
We are not going to allow middle offense to count for two. I know you've been pushing for it for years.
Defense. Come on.
Franklin, crusher. USA on a roll.
I'm loving this O'Neal-Franklin train between the two of them. Front court, back court, the speed of this offense, so good. Now we need an ace, just to seal the deal here.
Nifei Fan, perfect pass. Dong, good reaction by Coutinho.
Good reaction by China as well to make sure they get O'Neal off the line, because she was doing some damage back there. Again, it's Dong, finds herself with plenty of space.
Ball back to Coutinho. Again, on that 3-meter line.
Yeah, that one she wanted it just too much. I think she had already stepped on the line by the time she realized where that ball was going, way outside wide. I still like them working it though. I think it's something that the more you do it in game time, the more it feels more comfortable. You can do it 100 times in training, but in game time is when it really counts.
Franklin, that's point number 8 in this set alone, 15 overall.
Frank the Tank is going off right now. Way out of system, the ball is inside, and it's a beautiful decision because the blockers are taking away her cross. They're expecting her to cut that inside. She goes completely the opposite way.
Back, block's not there, but she's underneath it. Fairbanks, what a dig. Back to Coutinho. Franklin challenges the block. 16-year-old as setter, Xuan Su Suen denying.
Love that first defense. Just scooping it, and then you felt as though this was going to be USA's point, the way that they've got the momentum, and just so good right now from the USA. Even though China get the point, it just feels like USA momentum.
And the crowd chanting, the Chinese crowd loud, and now you feel that swing over to China's side.
Yeah, that's much better from the service line out of China.
Trouble pass. Franklin thought she was setting instead. Excellent block. Butler in front. Shuts down Dong again.
This is a huge blocking combination. Coutinho and Butler, long and strong in that block, and anytime that ball goes a little higher, Butler has time to get there.
Back again, beautiful set delivered. Yeah, we're talking about youth. This Chinese team on the court right now, their players average 21 years of age. That's their average. USA 26. Just like that, USA now set point.
Butler patrolling the net. Again, it's the overpass that she doesn't wait for it to come. She's not caught sleeping. She moves her feet, gets straight in front of it, changes direction of the ball.
For the set. Fairbanks out to RJP. Huge block. Wow. Closes it down. 17-year-old Wong Oh-Chen.
Great inside arm by Wong, and I feel as though Ronnie Jones-Perry wanted that. She wanted to finish it off. Lost her patience just slightly.
Set point number 2 for the United States. Franklin, first touch is good. Bounce down from Butler, USA. Leads 2-0.
Butler, where have you been all my life? That is the kind of attacking that is a statement play for someone who hasn't gotten a whole lot of VNL time, saying, you know what, get me that ball, I'm gonna make a hole in the ground. Look at the defensive play. China are in good spots there. They get up against her, but the angle is just too strong. The fact that the setter's moving back and the blockers have to kind of combine to try and close her up, great choice in angle from Butler.
USA up 2-0. We take a look at these set stats. Can't wait for the story they tell.
Yeah, I mean, look at the serve, right? 2 aces. USA has been the aggressor from the service line all night long, but look at those attacks. I mean, a lot of those coming from Franklin, like you mentioned. In this set alone, she had 7 points in the attack. She's got a perfect outlet for her setter. This USA side is just firing on all cylinders, giving up a couple of errors there, but not enough to look uncomfortable or rattled at all.
Yeah, 3 blocks each in that set. USA leading the block advantage 7-4 throughout this match so far. Franklin 15 points, Coutinho 7, Butler 6. Those are your top 3 scorers on the floor. Let's check in with Emily Eman courtside with USA.
Coach, another new lineup today. What do you like about your team's ability to gel so quickly together?
Yeah, I'm real proud of the way that we can put people in and still have rhythm and all these other things that are hard to replicate in this sport. So great credit to our athletes right now. Love the way we're competing.
In terms of volleyball skill, 2 sets up, what does your team need to do to continue that pressure?
Yeah, I think just stay in the mindset. We're playing really good next play volleyball. You know, obviously nothing's perfect. And when things aren't going our way, I think we reset real fast and we show right back up.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck the rest of it.
As we look at attack placement, let me review what's at stake here, because USA right now sitting in 8th place for that final round. They're scheduled to play Italy, who is unbeaten so far. If the USA wins this in 3, they can jump up 2 positions. And if that case, well, they would be the 6th seed. And that's a very different look. 6th seed faces Japan. There's Dana Retney. As we wait to hear from China's side, what does China need to do in this next set? We'll talk after the coaches, because right now the coaches are standing by with Emily Eman. Let's go down now to Emily and the coaches from China.
Coach, down 2 sets to none. What adjustments do you want to see moving forward?
我们现在2局落后，我们有什么想调整的地方？
在一传环节，在整个我们的拦防环节，包括我们主动得分环节，都需要调整。
We should have done better on our reception. We try to do better, and the whole the defensive formation we need to do better.
Better passing. Thank you, Coach.
Either side is what we're looking at offensive in terms of lineup. Back, Patino. Gong Shangyu out. There's something that's been missing for China. We're used to talking about Gong Shangyu constantly.
Yeah, and for good reason. She's one of those players that has so much range. That ball just out of bounds down the line, but you can see how the blocker taking her away. Cross, she switches up line.
Moon-Jae. Franklin runs in with great confidence, saying it's mine, and then unable to find her hitter. Just disorienting, I think. Franklin outside, puts a nice ball up for Coutinho. The block is the USA's strength, and when it's Asia O'Neal and Danielle Coutinho, it is fierce.
And here's the problem. A high, slower ball, the USA block is going to have the advantage there, especially O'Neal and Coutinho together. They're perfectly placed, they're early, they're strong. Really not much place for the Chinese attack to go.
Chen Ho-yu up front in the middle. 17-year-old Wong O-Chen serving. Good push outside. Ronnie Jones-Perry splits the block.
I thought the USA did such a good job in the second set of not getting blocked. They had 1 block, I believe, something close, maybe 2 blocks that China was able to stop them, but that's been a focus clearly, not to just swing blindly.
Fairbanks calls her own number. First time. Back. Connection's not entirely there right now. No big deal.
That one's not, but I still like the choice by O'Neal. She's tipped it. She recognizes it's not the right ball for her. She's smart with it, throws it on her way down. The blockers are there, but that could be a recycle play.
Gong Shangyu serve, pass by Franklin. Back, slide looking good. Franklin now attacking, kind of looking smoother right now in their offense despite the defense of USA. But it's the USA outlasting China on the long rallies.
And that's huge, because we talk about how aggressive China can be in their defensive plays, and they're popping up a lot of balls that you would expect against other teams to be down, so they can be frustrating in that way. And that's one thing that if USA can have the advantage in outlasting, that's perfect.
Asia O'Neal serve flat down the line, quick to the backcourt, pummeled, absolutely pummeled by Umungje.
There's the area of the court that's gone a little bit quiet on China's side, but as soon as it steps back up, and I love the swing in that direction between the two blockers. You can see that space where they're trying to close it up. Great decision.
Coutinho, what a dig, beautiful dig. That all started with Wang Mengje, the libero, that was changed out for China.
Zero fear, just sacrificing her body. And then that's that quick transition play that China's known for.
Outside. Fairbanks looks so comfortable.
Yeah, she absolutely does. Not only when there's a perfect pass, but even when she's out of system, and I think she's smart with every ball that comes her way, especially when she has a mismatch like that. The shorter blocker is right in front of her, makes the correct decision, or has 9 times out of 10 in this match.
Chen Ho-yu serve. Franklin. And we haven't even seen her go super sharp yet.
I think USA are just handling these out-of-system moments a little bit better than China at the moment. That ball, you saw Fairbanks had to come all the way to the front of the court, all the way close to her hitter, still puts up a great ball.
Sarah Franklin, no doubt entertaining fans watching on the Big Ten Network. She was the 2023 AVCA National Collegiate Player of the Year. Her professional team we talked about, well, it was based in Madison, so fans got to see her all year. And the maturation of Sarah Franklin. Passing balls. Coutinho wanted that one sharp.
USA fans wanted it as well. Saw some little girls in the bathroom painting their faces earlier. There's a lot of love here for the USA today.
No question. There's Franklin.
Tell me an area where Franklin cannot attack from. Show me something she can't do, because so far we've seen her hit outside, right side, backcourt, coming in a little bit, off speeds. I mean, she's just showing so much range.
Gong Shangyu. Quick arm, great wrist. That's the result.
Yeah, Gong's one of those players that looks like she's just hanging in the air. That little extra second gives herself the vision to see what's open. And again, go after your middle down the line all day long.
What a set from Rachel Fairbanks. Gong Shangyu again. Franklin gets a hand on it. A little luck is a good thing sometimes.
I like the way that started with Coutinho with the high tip. You just saw her bring that ball down into the block. Van saying she's eating it up. But then she goes for a tip. She's switching things up, learning from her mistakes mid-match.
Heavy. Hence underneath it.
Yeah, someone else who's eating, Hence. She has been hungry for a big dig for the last couple of points and finally gets it going for her team.
Gong Shangyu through the block. Off the block, good.
Excellent awareness from Jones Perry. The blockers are there, they don't fight with the middle. There's 4 hands up. Great change of direction to go down the line.
Timeout, Team China, the first.
丢一分马上自练球，碰到连续6分啊！转还是慢点领导。但是大家上网一定要快，上网一定要快，连续动作要有，大家哎，来，整个对方劲儿特别狠，进攻特别狠，我们自己要有，是吧？
没关系，加油啊！加油！
And fans are all the way up at the rafter. When you look at this wide shot, I mean, I'm looking across the way, and there are literally fans at the top tier with their backs against the wall. It's that much love here for volley.
Yeah, it's so good to see because there's so much love for volleyball in the USA, but often that is centralized around a college or just the college colors. Great to see it for the USA too.
Asia O'Neal behind. Gong Shangyu right at Coutinho's head.
Bit of target practice there for Gong. And again, this is why we talk about her as such a weapon, because you see her do that little head turn right before she attacks. She's looking at what's available and then making decisions and going for it.
Clamped. Asia O'Neal going up, looking good, and Drum Yushen, big hands.
That ball is just ever so slightly dying on O'Neal. She'd love that to go a little wider so she can use the line shot, but it falls a little into the hands of the blockers.
Coutinho turns it down the line, nice dig. This time, Fairbanks, quick attack from her.
Perfect time, Fairbanks. No one was expecting it. We hadn't seen it all day long, and you see where the blockers are on her. There's so much space for her to use. Great vision.
To the middle. Somehow, Morgan Hentz reacts. Free ball, Gong Shangyu, first touch. Backcourt, there's the play that has not yet been defended by the U.S. Woo Meng-jae, pipe.
Yeah, I think China's gonna start going to this more and more because it hasn't found a solution, but the reason it works is because that ball's so perfect. The blockers are there, jumping with the middle, which they have to do because it's so fast and aggressive.
Off hands. Aaron Jones-Perry there to get it, and then Franklin finds open space near the corner.
Great defense from Jones-Perry, and then everything's firing. Franklin, even with two on her. Tia Jimerson, she's hungry.
There it is, coming from the other side. USA only a 1-point lead. They lead this match 2-0. Seeding for the finals on the line. First real communication error we have seen from this group. And I love Breon Butler's reaction. Puts her arms up immediately and around everybody, brings them into a hug.
Yeah, you don't want to let that derail you. They're playing so well other than that.
Next play, Drum Yushen. No good. China takes the lead. Can they keep it? Substitution coming for the United States. And we've only seen her serve so far. Taylor Mims is in up front. 27-year-old opposite, plays in the Italian league. This is her first VNL stop. Off hands and good.
Again, multiple areas of the net just kind of pop up when China's coming at you. Wu doing a great job of moving the block around.
Outside. Franklin doesn't make it any harder than it needs to be.
And that's what we keep going back to about last night, being blocked 24 times by Canada. Still squeaking out the win, but this will have been a conversation between Sullivan and his players. Listen, if it's not there, put the ball on the floor, make somebody play defense, recycle, go again.
I feel like Wu Mengjae is just kind of heating up. I know it's late, but they're getting the ball to her in her zone now.
Yeah, and her zone is literally anywhere along the net. She's loving that inside shot as well, and that's so hard for blockers because you're used to going outside and the outside blocking lining up in the middle, closing, then it kind of changes. The outside has to close to the middle.
Back, Mims' first swing of Volleyball Nations League. She's played in Spain, France, Italy, came from Washington State and just got her first VNL kill.
What a way to get it. Straight down the line, away from the blockers.
Hit with a feather, Asia O'Neal sets Mims again, cross court. Well dug by Gong Shengyu. Again, China returning to the bic. What a dig! Breon Butler. Once again. Anywhere but there.
Well, that ball point doesn't go USA's way, but I'm loving the coverage. Butler throwing an arm out. A couple of scrappy plays. I mean, USA are kind of matching China for this defensive scrappiness, and that's really the only way to beat a team like this.
And an ace serve. China +2 in a must-win set.
Definitive here. Let's see it, let's call it, let's be aggressive, stepping in setting, passing, whatever that is. Hey, when you give round out, let's get a run, whether it's a row one or a gap. And when you get to the front row, all right? Otherwise, we're good. But hey, let's go get it, okay? We're serving aggressive, go get it. Come on.
I don't know about that win prediction right now. I understand USA is up 2-0, but boy, China looks renewed, refreshed.
And this is what they do. They do not go quietly. As soon as you think you've got them, they come pouncing back.
Town. Franklin goes to work.
Franklin has been an anomaly in this match so far. She's already up past 20 points in not even 3 sets. She has been delivering everything that's been asked of her.
Gong Shangyu, oh my goodness. Morgan Hens gets off the floor quickly, but that was scary.
Yeah, USA trying to funnel the ball to Hens, but that one going a little too short on her.
She's not going to give them the satisfaction of her being on the floor for even a second. No. Entering now is Dong Yu Han to serve. 19-year-old outside hitter. Up front, a very powerful front line for China. How about Mims? It's a way to grab the opportunity. Taylor Mims, another kill.
Yeah, I like the way that she's been playing. And again, you mentioned that she hasn't had any VNL experience yet. So to come in and play with this kind of no fear, high energy, clever attacking, elite.
All options available, quick to the middle. It's almost still up.
I feel like that's something that's been missing a little bit on China's side. That really quick offense in front, that push set that's a little far from the setter, but you can see here that Yuan Yuan absolutely loves that shot, and the reason it works is because it kind of forces the two blockers to jump towards each other.
Great dig. Mims again. Oh. What we're seeing right here, Key, is China protecting their 6th seed in the playoffs. USA would have to beat them in 3 to take that 6th seed. Mims again. One arm stab. Free ball to USA. Asia O'Neal hangs up, take a picture, and then snap.
Free ball, 3 points. Hens calling everybody off. That ball going right on Fairbanks' head, excuse me. And Asia O'Neal, just perfect placement.
Wu Mengjian. China creeping ever closer.
Yeah, Wu from pretty much all areas of the court. We've seen her work that front court in, now from the pipe, and she turns it back across her body to avoid the block.
Outside, Franklin, tip, that's gonna get picked up every time from China. Wu Mengjian, laser beam cross court.
Wu Mengjian has been the star of this set for her team. Everything that's been asked of her. And again, she's back front court now. She can cut that angle. That's so much cross court the USA's given her. So she'll take that with a field day.
As we wait for this challenge, reviewing that scenario, China, the only opportunity for them to lose this 6th seed is if USA won this set, China in the driver's seat. Otherwise, they're locked and playing Japan.
Yeah, the USA would love to scoot up into that spot, but at the very least, a win here to avoid Italy is huge.
Yeah, exactly. Because USA started off their Volleyball Nations League being swept by Italy. Italy has won 26 matches in a row. That's a world record, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
Tia Jimerson, all smiles. She brings the sass.
Yeah. She's been having fun.
I saw Jordan Poulter this morning. They played the same professional league in the States, and she said, playing against her, I'm like, who is this? Playing with her, I'm like, oh yeah, we could use the sass. There was a net fault. Shoulder in the net, so that's a really nice challenge for the U.S.
Yeah, I was kind of writing that off as just a momentum play, trying to slow down China because they've been stepping on the gas, but hey, there was a bit of truth to it.
Yeah, you hear the Rocky theme, you don't write them off. Rachel Fairbanks serving. There is a lot of work to do. China leading by 2. Outside, big block, triple. And a net violation against the USA. Now it's 23-20.
Three blockers going up, a little too eager there. I believe it was Butler who ended up in it. USA's been so disciplined so far this match.
Over dig. Getting under it again is China. This will come back USA's way. How will they convert? Butler, far.
Oh.
I said net touch, so what's the problem?
Net touch called on Butler. Was it net touch or was it a throw that was called?
I will challenge.
The first official is challenging. He wants to review his call.
I like that. Don't force anyone to use their challenges, just have another look at it. He thinks he saw something. USA are befuddled. I think this is the right choice. Aha, he might have seen something.
Well, he saw something, but was it USA or China there?
I would appreciate if your coach didn't speak to me. That's one. Second, I showed net touch, not catch ball, so easy. Hey.
Well, he's right. Net touch indeed there was, not on USA though.
(21) serving 23. Oh, that was decisive.
This has been causing problems all night long, at least in this third set. Moving Wu inside, getting the blockers to try and catch up to her. She's just so quick in her attack. She's beating him.
USA uses their second and last timeout.
Hey, we got this. 23-6, usually with 2-3 team. Okay, let's make sure we're talking on that. All right.
All right, fans, release the end of the court. I want you to make as much noise as you possibly can.
Okay. Hey, side here. One.
You're gonna wait for my count.
Claire. Here we go.
Here we go. USA! USA! One more time. Play patient.
3, 2, 1.
Set point for China. Wu Mengjian has 7 points in this third set alone. China serving to maintain their 6th seed. China wins set number 3 and are secured for the 6th seed in the final. Sarah Franklin serving. Taylor Mims getting the start in set number 4. Block not closed, and that's going to open it up for Gong Shengyu.
Great ball in. You see barely even a step that the setter Zhang has to make. That's when she can run the offense she likes, and Gong's a huge part of it.
Very patient. Waiting for that Wang O-Chen until it crosses the net.
Ronnie Jones-Perry targeted on her left side, has to reach outside her body with that platform, just a little too much on it.
There you go, get it to Butler as often as you can with a pass like that.
Yeah, no such thing as too much on it when Butler's having a rip. Full extension. Well, she has to swing a little bit with her elbow, but it's fully angled to the other way.
Quick to the middle. Great cross body.
Middle for middle now. Both teams possibly taking a little bit of heat off the serve, but that's the one that China will run over and over again. It's also a combination play. You can see the other attacker coming in from behind that you got to pay attention to.
Oh boy. This is the answer that China has been looking for. The Bic Wumengje.
And also defending Franklin, who's been going unchecked all night long. So just popping that ball up, allowing their team to go again.
Yeah, those 21 points of Franklin were pretty early in this match. Beautiful set. Just long. USA is asking, hey, was there a touch on that block? They're issuing a challenge.
It's pretty early to be challenging unless Eric Sullivan actually saw something. It is 5-1 lead, and you don't want to let China go on a run here, but plenty of time left in this set to catch up. Mims herself didn't look particularly convinced of a touch either. Oh, that's close.
And a successful challenge.
Wow.
You know, when you say Mims didn't look very convinced ever either, that's why I didn't say anything, because I thought, well, I know I'm going to step in it, because I would be like, I didn't see it either. And as soon as we say that, we know for sure I'm wrong. Mims. That part out.
That ball feels like it needs to go in. If you just want a challenge that maybe no one was expecting to go your way, you got to use that as a little bit of a momentum builder, a little engine that could to try and push you up that hill.
Zhang Yuxian. Serve is at Ronnie Jones-Perry. Middle not available a lot because of these passes. Quick outside, ball long.
That's one of the few errors we've seen from Wumengje. She's been so solid from that area, really every area of the court, but specifically on that outside pin.
China receiving with 4 across the heavy topspin of Ronnie Jones-Perry. We saw some unforced errors by China in the first set. Feels like what we're seeing now is the mirror image.
Yeah, and in the first couple of sets, there were 2 aces for the USA, then another 2, then 0 in the third, but 3 errors instead. So now it's the USA making more errors in serve.
Now libero on the floor, Asia O'Neal serving. She's proven herself defensively to be really sharp in left back when Morgan Hens is not available.
Look at this set. How do you read that? And I'm getting my middle blocker cap on to try and pay attention to whether or not I would take a step left or right. It's so difficult to read. She goes up, hangs in the air, and then flicks it out of her hands.
Franklin first touch, back to Mims. Comes in with a strong approach. Woo Meng-jae saw a spot. That's where we see the communication, right? Morgan Hens can get that.
100%.
But Mims is there.
Yeah, Woo, though, she's great at those shots right now. She's recognized she's made a couple of errors. Take some speed off it.
Those will not fall when this USA team gets a little more time together. It's still good. Gongsheng Yu. This feels all China's way right now.
This is what they do. Again, cast your mind back to their last match against Germany, the reverse sweep, because they lull you into a sense of security. It's exactly what they're doing to USA right now, is turning it on late stages of the match.
It's all about us. Let's slow the game down. Okay, take your time. Ask for a sweat. Okay, slow it down. They're kind of rolling. They're rolling around. Okay.
USA was reverse swept by Czech week 1. It was a painful loss for them. Somewhere in the back of their consciousness is, oh no, can't let this happen, because this fourth set has not been competitive compared to the first few. Beautiful up. Woo Meng-jae, it's up. Morgan Hens will set Mims on the outside. Measure up that block. It's taller than you think. And Franklin just did a nice controlled job.
Again, that out-of-system play has to be clean on USA's side. You heard Brandon Taliaferro asking his team to slow it down, and what he means is when there are scrappy plays like that and people are just throwing chicken wings out, let that next ball, that next touch be a little higher, a little slower, so you can really have time to execute something.
Woo Meng-jae now with 15 points, and they're getting Gongsheng Yu involved. 10 points for her from the right side, number 6. She's front court. Here she comes. Yeah, she's got all the shots.
Veteran role. She sees the blockers, she sees the defenders, and it's almost right in the honeypot.
Yeah, and I was just going to say the same thing. She's bringing up their average with 28 years under her belt compared to the 16-year-olds. Mims, cross-court crush.
Good work by Mims to get herself an approach. She had to run all the way into that angle. Does well to avoid the block.
Back Gongsheng Yu again. Off the block and out.
Yeah, Gong's no newbie here. 7th VNL, 3-time Olympian. She's looking at those hands in front of her, and she's hungry to go off the block, and that's what you get when you've just seen it all, done it all.
USA fans will see her playing professionally in the United States next year in League One. And they may well remember her from this match if things keep going the way they are. Quick outside. Yeah, Franklin coming up from the backcourt. That's the play. They went away from it for a while.
Yeah, but go back to her, absolutely. She hasn't really faltered And especially because Fairbanks is moving forward there, the blockers tend to be following her just that little bit. So there's going to be space there for Franklin, especially if she then turns it even further the other direction. Those off-speed shots are causing a lot of trouble for the USA block. It's so hard because you go up thinking one speed and it comes at you another.
Franklin again. The Ripper, still trailing by 5.
I say keep beating Franklin until they figure out a way to stop her. One blocker is up, and you see they went the other direction and she changed it on him.
Digs up. From the backcourt, Umungjae. How do you defend it, Key?
I mean, it's pipe for pipe right now. The blockers are in a good spot. She's just recognizing when she can hit hard and where, because we've seen her do a couple of off-speed shots, so the blockers are reaching in that direction, trying to take it away, but she's just got such good court vision.
Franklin with 20 kills, only 2 errors, hitting 53%, passing 55%.
She's having a night.
She's the kitty, feed her.
Yeah.
If the passing's good enough, it'd be good for Asia O'Neal to get a little more involved. Hence all the way up into the rafters. Ooh. Mims, right idea. Too much time in the weight room.
Yeah. I mean, you can see what she's wanting to do there, right? Gong spin, one of the go-tos in the offense. So you're either taking out the setter or the opposite, but just a little too much on it.
Yeah, that's what we've seen every opponent of China do, is try to have Gong handle that first ball. Powering through Franklin is the answer to everyone's question.
Especially when the setter Zhang is front court. That's a perfect mismatch for her, and you can see she's not even worrying about trying to bring that back towards the middle. She's going down the line all day long against the setter.
10 serving 15. Get underneath it. Nobody's gonna help Franklin out. She's gotta go get it, and she did.
Yeah, it was a great defense by Ronnie Jones-Perry, but as soon as it's a ball back in the pocket of China, they're just running faster and faster.
Back. Mims. Great dig. There's that song, here she goes again. Yeah, that's it.
Again and again. But again, look at the different areas on the net that we was swinging from. We've seen her come inside really short. That time she's wide and still unstoppable.
Umungjae has had 14 points in the last set and a half.
Yeah, USA's got to figure out a way to at least contain her, if not stop her.
Hey, they're defending a lot of thick right now, okay? Or pipe up the middle, especially in transitions. Middle, if you feel the area 2 or the area 4 blocker next to you, you gotta make a move the other way, okay? They got good vision and they're going the opposite direction, so middle, make the move one way or the other, okay? Defense, we gotta get up there and get going. Come on, go.
Win prediction, completely understandable because USA won the first 2 sets. But Woo Myung-jae, 15 points in the last set and a half, and there has not yet been an answer for her.
Yeah, Woo Myung-jae had absolutely 0 points in the second set. She had just 4 in the first, so she was relatively insignificant in those first couple of sets, but now that she showed up, USA got to figure it out.
Yeah, she was significantly insignificant in those first 2.
Yeah.
And now just flatly significant. Of course, off the block and out the long way. She's got the Midas touch.
Yeah, she's building in confidence as well. And again, just yo-yoing back and forth between those different zones. Out to the pin every time, but the middle blockers and the outside blockers are playing catch-up.
China been in control this entire set. Largest lead 8, they've had it several times. Gong Shangyu, well dug by Hentz. Net violation for sure versus the United States.
What's wild is that neither team has had a block or an ace this entire set. They're being more aggressive in different areas, but unable to contain each other in others.
Wang Ho Chen and Dong Yuhan come in, average age between these two, 18 years old. Can't stress how bright the future looks for China with these players. Mims, sharp cross.
Now, USA got to figure out who they can feed. It can't be Franklin every single time. So Mims on the right side has to start producing, as does Ronnie Jones-Perry. We haven't seen a middle in a while either. So it feels like there's really only one tank.
7-point deficit. Just everywhere. Holes all along the net.
Now passing has improved tenfold as well on China's side. They're able to run their middle there because of a perfect reception, barely a step for Zhang, and then Wang with the one leg behind.
Yeah, and that's their U20 team in Shanghai. Right there, that's why that connection is so strong.
Here's Franklin again, that Bic that's working. Perfect bite by Adrian O'Neal.
Devastating yet again from the middle. Big dig from Hentz. Can USA convert? Here comes China again. Same play. Slowed by a triple block. Hentz so good underneath. Franklin turns. USA outlasts China in a thunderous rally.
Franklin's been relied on every which way. It seems like it doesn't matter where on earth Fairbanks is, she's finding her.
敢给，尤其是看这个连续本，是的你绑着了，转身肯定就有，根本不盯着，反正就有，没关系，没关系，现在踢人什么1、2个球，对方连续球的没有的情况下，不要轻一下，看后山现在加了很多，能补一下补一下。
Oh, that win prediction. It's dead on. So close. Anybody's match. Gong Shangyu. USA digging those balls now out of the middle. Off the block, Hentz brings it back in, reading it. Gong Shangyu again. I don't think you can roll on this China team.
Well, USA looking for some kind of solutions because the defense seems to be everywhere, reading everything. The problem right now is that there's multiple weapons firing from China's side. We're talking a lot about Wu, Gong. Now the middle's getting involved. It's just too much to handle.
Great pass by Franklin. First ball kill.
And that's been one of the problems for USA in this set. They're only passing at 30%. They can't run Asia O'Neal as much as they want to. They're having to rely on those pins. So as soon as that ball is in and perfect in Fairbanks' hands, that's perfect time to use it.
And at that moment, I'm thinking they could really use a Ronnie Jones-Perry run.
So you could tell from that throw, from the toss, she didn't want to go full speed into it. She kind of just took a little bit off it, didn't look fully convinced of herself, of her own abilities.
Young Xiumin, 16 years old, opposite, part of that U20 Shanghai team, coming in now to serve. Rejected and denied. Wang Yuan. It is set point China to push it to 5. They'll put in a blocking substitution right now. Fan Boning, 18 years old, stands 1.93 meters. Gong Shangyu typically sets in this situation. Uh-oh. Gong Shangyu steps in with an exclamation point. China pushes it to 5. They play Brazil instead of Italy. No changes to the lineup. Mims getting the start again. Good first strike.
Yeah, USA have to find some production out of other areas. They cannot rely just on one player. Of course, Franklin's been dominant, but no one else has over 10 points. We've got to see some other bits firing.
Wu Mengjian, there's the one that you want to say shh to if you're the United States.
Yeah, they're trying. They're trying everything, and even that is a tough serve, way out of system. It's a high ball, the blockers are in place, but still she finds a way around them.
Mims, you tipping on China, they're picking it up.
China have all the momentum going into this set. They were looking confident in the last couple. Those angles from Gong, lethal.
Asia O'Neal unravels her long arms.
And you said, why would you tip on this Chinese team? If you tip like that, if you've got that much power in your tip, that's totally fine.
Gong Shangyu needing a lot of help to get off the floor. See if we can determine what happened.
Well, she's got that left ankle wrapped up. Might be something from previous injury that just got tweaked again.
Returning to the action, we'll see if we can get any information on her.
Well, you hate to see any players go down with injury, but this feels like it could be a moment for the USA to grab this match, because without Gong on the court, this is a very different looking Chinese side.
Outside. Overpass. Ooh. She's at the back, but Franklin was still trying to get up. There's a lot of moisture on the floor where she fell, trying to not slip or get hurt.
Wow. USA got away with one there. I mean, that was a little sticky as well by China's side when they almost dropped a free ball. Timeout.
我看球不要老了，子儿。有。现在每个人多喊，我来，连续进推都有。哎，注意力集中，来。
Well, the braid is going now, hard to tell.
Yeah, USA need to take this moment to capitalize on what's going on. A little bit of a different look on China's side. They can absolutely run with this game here.
Back, denied. No turnaround. I know there's some concern for Gong Sheng-Yu. She is laying on the sideline, getting her back worked on. There's ice on her back right now, so thank you for your concerns. She's being attended to by the trainers. Serve long.
Yeah, we haven't seen USA serving the way they did in the first couple of sets. If they can get just maybe one or two aces here, put them over the edge in terms of advantage.
Meanwhile, Wu Mengjae is in the backcourt, and that means she's ready for a pipe or a bic. Oh! When you're up to hit and all of a sudden some hands appear in your face.
China are really great at throwing those arms over it late, low and tight, but late. So O'Neal feels like she's got that space to use, and the ball's even dying a little bit. She's kind of forced to swing that way, but then it's not there anymore.
Franklin, and what a dig, beautiful. Ball out, China immediately asking for a challenge. Was there a touch on the block?
Yeah, hard to tell in real time. Fairbanks got him.
Good challenge, China leading 6-5 in a short 5th set. Sarah Franklin, using your noggin, way to think the game.
That's what's been so impressive about her. Not only can she rip and take big swings, but when the timing isn't there for it, when it's not the moment to do it, she is looking for ways to score, and that's a perfect way to do it. Down the line, 2 hands, defense is nowhere in sight.
Sixes, Asia O'Neal serve, well passed. Wu Mengjae, everybody knew it was coming over. Outside, an absolute blast to the back line.
Zhuang has been relatively quiet this match, but in the absence of Gong, she's gonna have to step up just that little bit more. 3 blockers up, she does not care, goes deep on the middle in defense.
Yeah, she's had some big matches, including 27 points in the last match versus Germany. Back, Taylor Mims, Doug. From the back court. And it's the same thing, Fairbanks and Hentz both going for that ball, getting to know each other.
Yeah, that's a tough ball, even for players that would know each other. I mean, look how wide they are. And by the time they recognize that that ball's coming as a tip, it's really just a reactionary play.
I think either one of them gets that without the other. Same thing we saw with Sage Kahan Torres and Morgan Hentz. They're both such great defenders. Oh! Little ball down the line, picked up. Wu Mengjae off the block and out. China extends their lead. US requests a timeout.
All right, guys, we're going to listen to the song.
Yeah, we're in a good spot. We just got to keep grinding. Expect them to make some crazy digs. We just got to take another swing at it, right? Let's keep it going here. Tons of volleyball here. Let's go.
Come on, guys. Good day. Good day. Who wants it more, guys?
Win predictions just too hard to follow at this point. The arena is rocking. They're seeing some good volleyball. Clean, big crashing hits. Excellent defense. It's everything you could want in a volleyball match. Mims, yeah, you gotta attack it. No more rolling.
And Fairbanks has to figure out ways to involve other players. And you could see how the blockers started pinching in to where Franklin was on that edge. So that's why there's a slight hole in the block. Gotta utilize moments like that.
Well, Doug, where will they go? Out to Franklin. That's where she's at her best.
The finger wag from Jimerson, even from the sidelines. I love it. Franklin up early, reaches towards the seam.
Wu Mengjae. Ball does not touch a player, it's out. And just like that, 3 consecutive points since the timeout. We're locked at 9s.
对吧？别往前面打，把他拉伸，
打他，给他，
到位，
给他，
到位给他。如果不到位，就给他直接，行吧？不到位的球，你不要往回走，对拼你的球，你直接往前面走，别往回走，后面有人和他，明白？但是4号位并出，不要老跑。
That serve by Franklin was a beauty to the sideline. Made Drum Yu Shen, number 2 for China, pick it up. Comes right back at her again. There's the middle. Smooth as silk.
Well handled under pressure from Zhang. The setter moving a little bit forward. You can see how Franklin just doesn't have time to close up and get there to help out her middle on that block, and there's just too much area available at the net to swing through.
Dong Yuhan answering. It's such a powerful serve. Franklin. Big time crush. She's having a day.
You asked earlier about stepping out of that passing unit and letting someone else take it. No, she is going for every time she can get that first contact. It's almost like it's putting her in more of a rhythm to make an attack.
Clamp, block, it's up though. Here it comes again, Wang Longjae slips it through.
So clever not to try and test the blockers 2 times. The first time was a recycle. Second time, just sneaking it underneath.
Ronnie Jones Perry. Taylor Mims, way to defend the net. Okay, so Logan Eggleston just came on the floor. We haven't seen her today at all. She will play defense after this serve. If defense is to be played, Wu Mengjian not allowing it.
Over and over and again, they're trying to take her a little bit out of this offense by serving in that direction. Doesn't seem to be working, and one-on-one block there, it's just not enough.
Oh, big scoop. Ball's in.
What a time to get a block. Both teams have been a little slim in the blocking department all set long. Great finish from Mims.
I mean, Wu Mengjian had 4 points through the first 2 sets. She's had 21 more since then, 25 total. Free ball. Franklin begging for this ball up the middle. Why not? Is it good? 31st point for Sarah Franklin.
She's gonna have to get some ice on that arm after this match. She's been relied on every single time that the USA need to get a point. And again, I keep hammering home the fact that no one else has over 10 points, yet she has 31.
Yeah. Challenge issued, China saying for the backcourt attack, did she step on that 3-meter line?
Now this is all about slowing down the momentum, because USA, when they take this advantage, anything can happen in a 5th set, and especially just those 1-point edges here and there can make all of the difference. And again, the difference between winning and losing here for USA is playing the world #1 or not.
No timeouts remaining for China. That's why the challenge, they have one more available.
Here we go.
Crusher, locked at 13s.
China's been finding an answer to everything in terms of reception, finding people to give their ball to.
Good dig. This is to take the lead. Mims. Up hand, so good. China, match point.
We said the name of this game was going to be outlast, both defensively and offensively. That is exactly what China did in that point.
Be ready. Hey, tight quick. Right?
Here we go.
We got to pass though. Hey, we're going to be here for a while. We side here. We side.
Both of these teams fighting through exhaustion. China handed a reverse sweep to Germany. Meanwhile, USA fought off 5 Canada match points to get the win. This is China serving for the match. Mims swing to stay alive.
That is so bold of Fairbanks to go back to Mims. All the blockers on China's side were heavily shifting and shading towards wherever Franklin is on the court. So that's a big, bold swing.
Jones-Perry's serve is good. Blast! Hentz gets underneath it. Franklin on the outside. Can she?
If you're Germany right now watching this match, I don't think they're going to have any nails left by the end of it.
Match point number 2, China. Hence, first ball. Asia O'Neal, a hammer from the middle.
Another gutsy move by Fairbanks to deliver to her middle. She's got the height, the speed, perfect ball in, allows it. That's a great looking play for USA.
O'Neal serve to the side, options available from the middle. Woo Meng-jae.
Good hustle there from Asia O'Neal, sacrificing her body into one of the cameramen. Gonna have another look at this. I think she went into Josh Nakoba. I hope he got a couple of shots there.
Match point number 3, China. Oh, blasting through is Franklin.
USA have been relentless in fending off everything China are sending up at them this set. That ball was so close to being an ace serve, and Ronnie Jones-Perry just scooping underneath it to keep it in play.
$16 all, set 5. It's up.
Oh, that one stings a little bit more. Great up in the backcourt. Everyone just looking at each other.
China match point number 4. Passes there out to Franklin. She takes a brave swing. It's still in play. Can they defend her? No. China gets the reverse sweep over the United States.
The comeback queens do it again. We called it out at the very beginning of the show. You cannot relax against this Team China because this is what they do over and over. The first couple of sets, USA were dominant in their serve and all areas of the game, but China just turning it on, better passing, better attacking, and they found Wu Mengji, who was so incredibly impactful in those last couple of sets. This Chinese team absolutely deserving this win. Here's another look back.